Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Housewives LC Jen Shah in same prison as Epstein's accomplice. Jen Shah was the breakout star of Bravo's Real Housewives of Salt Lake City spinoff when it premiered in 2020. But she brought more drama than viewers expected when Homeland Security descended on a van that was taking the ladies on vacation. They were looking for Jen Shah, who had just minutes earlier left after saying her husband was in the hospital. He wasn't. That RHOSLC star was arrested later that day away from Bravo cameras. She was accused of being the mastermind behind a huge telephone scam that bilked senior citizens out of millions of dollars. After proclaiming her innocence on the show, Jen Shah took a last-minute plea deal before her trial was to start in 2022. She pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit wire fraud and was sentenced to nearly 7 years in prison. Her new prison mate is Jeffrey Epstein's alleged *X trafficking accomplice. 2 years after her conviction for *X trafficking, Ghislaine Maxwell is back in the news. A renewed interest in Jeffrey Epstein and his client list had put the spotlight back on her. The two were allegedly involved in a *X trafficking ring for decades. She was found guilty in 2022 and sentenced to 20 years in prison. Epstein was charged in 2019 but committed suicide while in jail awaiting trial. Epstein's client list allegedly includes many high-profile celebrities and politicians. The Democrats in the Senate are trying to get the list released. The Department of Justice recently interviewed Ghislaine Maxwell for more information. Maxwell was initially sent to a federal prison in Florida, but according to multiple reports, she was transferred to a minimum security prison in Texas after her meeting with the DOJ. She was transferred to the federal prison Camp Bryan in Bryan, Texas. The women-only prison camp already houses 2 high-profile inmates, RHOSLC star Jen Shah and disgraced entrepreneur Elizabeth Holmes. The reason for the transfer wasn't revealed, but it's not unusual for federal prisoners to be transferred to different facilities. Jen Shah was sentenced to 6.5 years in prison, but her sentence has been reduced several times. The most recent update has her release as October 4, 2026. The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City continued after she pleaded guilty to fraud. Season 6 is currently filming and will likely air in early 2026. Could Jen Shah return to RHOSLC after she gets out of prison? Bravo hasn't commented on whether she would be welcomed back. However, Teresa Giudice returned to the Real Housewives of New Jersey after a prison stint for fraud. Her former husband, Joe Giudice, was deported after his time in prison. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on Jen Shah and Ghislaine Maxwell being in the same prison.